Okay, so now I'm back. Continuing to chapter 8. After we have surrendered Roland and defeated Landroy. So, as per the chapter before this, Roland is going to be executed because of the supposed order that he gave to actually go to war to House Fox. So let's see. Let's continue.
News of Prince Roland's coming execution is carried far and wide. In the blink of an eye, the kingdom of Glenbrook is no more. The realm reels from the tragic turn of events. Prince Roland's death marks an uncertain change in the flow of history. A change which none in the Old Kingdom have the power to reverse. However, the eruption of conflict in the region does not go unnoticed by its neighbors. In the holy state of Hyzant, opportunistic hearts stir.
Chapter 8, Part 1, Weather the Storm.
My dearest friend has been sentenced to die, and there is naught I can do. What use is a lord's position if he can't even save those closest to him?
Serenoa, you mustn't.
Is it true? Another ravenous dog is stirring?
It is. We face none other than Minister Sorsley End, one of the Saintly Seven. It seems he means to take our domain for his own.
Wow.
House End. Their position in Hyzant has been in decline for some time.
Doubtless, Sorsley means to use the Walford domain to bolster his flagging influence.
My lord, our soldiers have had scarce little time to rest since our last battle. I fear for their morale if they were forced to take the field against Hyzant.
Is there naught we can do?
We have sent request for aid to House End more than once, my lord. However, our pleas have always fallen on deaf ears. Doubtless Sorsley has been biding his time to strike.
Then it is too late for words. There must be something we can do to avoid straining our already ragged forces.
There is, my lord. However...
I dread the words that follow however when they come from you.
Let us ask the Archduke for assistance.
Oh.
Are you mad, Benedict?
We must needs focus on the matter in front of us. If we weather this storm, we may see that it has unearthed unseen opportunities. However, if we let Sorsley's advance continue unabated, I'm afraid retreat may be our only option.
You are right, as usual. Very well. Ready a bird.
Okay, they used us. Now we'll use you. Wow, this is very different. The map is all blue and red. Okay, what's with the Citadel of Sands? Sorsley of the Saintly Seven marches on Walford and waits for his moment to strike. What do you want from our land?
Your Excellency, our troops have boarded and are awaiting your orders.
Good. Stand by until I give the order to depart.
we make for the Wolfort domain. Upon the foundations of their keep, we shall build the glory of House End.
Oh.
Tell the troops, they shall be well rewarded for their feats of bravery this day.
Yes, Your Excellency.
So you want to build his house in Wolfort Domain. So that's it. The Archduke responds to Wolfort's request for reinforcements. Going to help us? That's good. Need to help us.
I see House End has raised their banners. I can practically smell their greed from here. Doubtless that slug Sorsley is licking his lips even now.
I did not think House Wolfort would deign to request aid.
They surprise even me. Has the young wolf learned to swallow his pride?
What should we do, Your Grace?
We cannot very well be seen to ignore those under our protection. Go.
And what of Prince Roland?
That shall have to wait. We may have use for him yet.
Okay, so they will not execute Roland for now. That's good. Okay, Frederick and Gila discuss Gustadov's true motives for invading Glenbrook.
Recent events have not quelled your desire for knowledge, I see. You make your teacher very happy, Frederica.
It is progress that I can see. I enjoy the growth that comes with learning.
And you should be proud.
Sheila, why do you think my brother attacked Glenbrook?
War is a means to an end, always. The question is, what end does he hope to arrive at?
But what could he hope to gain by razing the castle? I can see no point to his cruelty.
There is always a point, Frederica. As for whether others agree with that reasoning, well, oftentimes that doesn't matter.
How dreadful. Why must it come to arms? Why can't we settle our differences with words?
So long as men covet, there will be war. That fact is immutable.
Then war will continue forever, so long as men exist. Isn't that what you're saying?
Indeed. History has attested to that fact time and again.
What could there possibly be in this world worth risking life and limb for? I cannot fathom the answer.
And 'tis not a question you should trouble yourself with answering, Frederica.
Yeah.
And so did the two forces converge on the Wolfort Domain, now the linchpin of the Norzellian continent. From the west, General of Vlora leads the might of the Grand Duchy of Esfrost. From the east, Sorsley End of the Saintly Seven commands an army from the holy state of Hyzant. From within the heart of this maelstrom, one man strives to find the path that will see the house he serves safely through the storm. Benedict Pascal, steward of House Wolfort, wise in war and peace alike, contemplates what to do next.
Huh. Another fork. Okay. Gustave appears before the captive Roland and makes a startling request. Huh. What will you do to Roland?
Release his fetters.
Fetters.
Yes, Your Grace.
You look well, my prince.
What are you doing here?
I bring good tidings. Your execution has been stayed. And I have a request to make of you.
What? What have you not already taken from me?
The good tidings did not end with a lease on life, my prince. I mean to marry your sister.
Wow.
What?
However, I fear that without your assistance, she may not be entirely amenable to the arrangement.
Has your ambition driven you mad? I'll hang before I see you wed.
I had feared you might say that. In the days ahead, do remember that at first I attempted a diplomatic approach.
You bastard!
You have the guts to tell that to Roland in his face. Okay, House Wolford discusses their next move amidst their ever-changing surroundings. Okay, another fork. So there will be part 2.
Anna, a report on our current situation, if you will.
Yes, sir. Both Esfrost and Hyzant have mustered armies and are drawing upon Castle Wolfort as we speak. Given the sudden military action, Prince Roland's execution has been stayed.
Thank you, Anna. We have much to consider.
Indeed, our situation may be grim, but there is opportunity in chaos. However, we have scarce little time to find it.
What are you thinking, Benedict? Are we to seriously consider fighting under Esfrost's banners?
The time that House Wolfort could stand alone ended with the Salt Iron War. There is no future for us if we do not cast our lot with a greater nation. However, we at least have the freedom of choice.
Choice? What choice do we have?
I see. You had an ulterior motive to requesting aid from Esfrost.
Just so. We could offer Hyzant a glorious victory.
The Archduke's army would be caught off guard. Are you certain Hyzant would offer us asylum?
Most certainly. House End would be eager to bolster their flagging reputation by defeating Esfrost in the field. Doubtless, both nations view us as prey on its last legs. They forget that a cornered wolf is the most dangerous.
That means we must consider allying with Esfrost as well.
If that is what we decide, then so be it, so long as we decide. Esfrost did not ignite the fires of war lightly. They prepared for 30 years. Even so, they would only have acted if they had confidence in their chances at victory.
Do you believe Esfrost's ambition could swallow even Hyzant?
That ain't the point. After what those bastards did, I can't well say I savor the thought of fighting under them. Couldn't look at myself in the mirror, in fact.
Nothing would be more shameful than failing our duty to our house.
So we have to decide then. Esfrost or Hyzant?
Neither force has the upper hand. Our choice will surely guide the tide of battle.
Very well. Then let us consult the scales.
Okay, they have this weird democracy. Will we fight beside Esfrost or Hyzant? I would ask the others what they think. Okay, Anna and Hewitt will be accepting Esfrost aid and fight Sorsley. Federica and what's your name again? Erazor. Supply situation report to notes. Will be for conspire with Sorsley to launch a surprise attack on Esfrost. Okay, anything shining? Shining things? Only one. Well, actually, I want to accept Esfrost for this playthrough. So, I'll be more into utility for now. I'm so glad Prince Roland's execution has been stayed. Still, I cannot help but wonder how he fares in the enemy's hands. Okay, liberty, utility, and morality. The scales may have decided a path, but that does not change the fact that I handed my own friend over to our invaders. I haven't the right to fret over him. Esfrost needs Prince Roland alive if they are to control Glenbrook. No harm will come to him so long as he is useful to them. I wish we could help him, but we turned him over to protect our domain. We must keep pushing forward. I was like this one. You're right, my lord, but we all know how His Highness can be sometimes. Indeed, he isn't the type to merely accept his fate as a puppet, let alone of Gustadolf's. I wish he would be more careful. What does Esfrost hope to gain by invading Glenbrook in the first place? I wish I knew if we did. We might be able to figure out how to counter the Archduke. Okay. First Esfrost and now Hyacinth. Just what do they want with House Wolford? I thought we were allies. Narzelia was meant to know true peace. We even held a celebration for our new mining venture. Don't they have any shame? We will not yield our domain to anyone. This land is ours, and it will remain the way so long as we stand. The other great powers of this realm view us as vulnerable prey, but we will make them see the error of their ways. Our domain occupies a very strategic position between the other nations, and it's only natural for them to want it, but we will use those selfish desires against them here. Let's tie it to liberty. Yes, sir. Both nations are not but thieves looking to steal our land. They'll learn to feel the warriors of House Wolford in due time. Our house must stand together. Now more than ever, I am counting on you. Is it only one item? I'm not sure. Is it only that notes? Okay then, I need to talk to you first.
Serenoa.
Gustadolf was the one who started this war. Hyacinth may have its own motivations for marching against us, but I cannot see us allying with Esfrost. We should accept the Duchy's aid and fight Sorsley together. I do believe it better we join forces with Esfrost and not Hyacinth. Okay, the kingdom's commerce is controlled by the Duchy. We risk isolating ourselves if we turn against them. This, as you said, Hyacinth's motivation are unclear, but we didn't ponder anything under Esfrost's rule. We haven't the power to resist the Duchy. Turning on them may put Roland's in even more danger. Yeah.
Is that so?
Prince Roland's life is in danger because of Esfrost. We know that they plan on executing him sooner or later. Time is of the essence if you wish to save him. I would think it better to ally with Hyzan and defeat his captors. Find myself at loss, Federica. Would you mind speaking to me a moment more? Of course not. I would know what is on your mind, Sir Noah. I have my doubts that Hyzant would surely fight at our side. Do you think Hyzant is worthy for trust given the 77 we've met so far? Roland believes so long as we are useful to Esfrost, and so long as he lives, there will be chance for us to save him.
Surely.
So we must be useful to the Duchy if we are to help Prince Roland. Kusatov is certainly not the type to dispose of a useful pawn. It is time someone used such callousness against him. Frederica is in deep thoughts. I think that's a bad conversation, but it's fine.
What do you think?
Okay, our backs may up against the wall, but I still won't join forces with those as frosty bastards. They took Prince Roland from us and destroyed House Fox. I won't see him sullying House Wolfort's good name any longer. Okay. You want us to ally with Esfrost? Are you out of your mind? I don't know what Hyzant is after, and Esfrost still holds Roland prisoner. I would stay our course and see where it leads for now. The Duchy has control of Glenbrook. It would be unwise for us to cut off our ties with them so rashly. Esfrost values strength above all else. If we show them what we are capable of, our situation is likely to improve.
You're onto something.
A good point, lad. Can let our skills do the talking, and the more they talk, the better our position will become. I think Esfrost's way of doing things suits me a whole lot better than the 77 and their Hierophant. Okay, he's with me.
We must decide.
Each nation has its strengths and weaknesses. Must carefully consider which would best serve us in battle. Wonder what the others might be thinking. Should accept the Duchy's aid. So you would suggest we join forces with Esfrost? I must admit, I am curious as to your reasons, my lord. Our forces sustained a heavy blow in the recent battles. It would be unwise for us to take on Esfrost at this time. Roland's execution has been stayed, but only for the moment. I would rather not provoke the Duchy if we could avoid it. House End manages matters related to Salt. I doubt that Hyzant charged them with marching against us, and alone no less. Huh.
Quite true.
Their expertise certainly lies in counting coin, not swinging swords. Their military might leave something to be desired. If the Holy State truly wishes to invade another nation, they would have sent Minister Exharm instead. In which case, allying with House End would avail us nothing, should their actions not be sanctioned by Hyzant.
Certainly not.
If you don't mind continuing, I would like to hear more on your reasoning. Maybe a good opportunity for you to examine your own thoughts. Esfrost would not have sent General Avlora to our aid were they not fighting in earnest. But what of Hyzant? Right now, we haven't the leisure of uncovering Hyzant's true motives. We must take the surest path before us if our house is to survive. Might is right in Esfrost. If we defeat Hyzant in battle, we may win the Duchy's favor and find a way to best them in turn.
Certainly not.
Indeed. Displaying our power to Esfros is one of the paths before us. But I must warn you that the Archduke is not a man so easily bested. You mean to say that Gustave would crush those who are of no use of him, as well as those who pose even the slightest threat? Just so, there's a reason he stands in the pinnacle of a nation where only the strong thrive. He's a man obsessed with victory and naught else. That being said, it raises the question whether or not we would want to be vassals of such a nation. I'm not sure.
I think...
My knowledge of both nations has caused me quite a dilemma. But I am concerned about fighting alongside the Canish Holy State. I cannot bring myself to put faith in the duchy either. What are your thoughts, Lord Cernov? You should accept the duchy's aid. So you would prefer to fight alongside Esfrost? Might I inquire as to why? Okay, we haven't the leisure of investigating Hyzen's motives. It would be dangerous for us to join hands with a nation we know so little about. Hyzen marches on us now. Even if we allied with them and won, there's no telling what they would do afterward. Roland's execution has been stayed for the moment. I think it's best we obey the duchy until we have the chance to rescue him.
Indeed.
Lady Federica also worries for His Highness. His life is currently in the duchy's hands, and none can say how long his execution has been stayed. Acting rashly could cost the prince his life. It might be best for us to wait an opportunity to see him safely return to us. Okay, let's see if everything's fine and no sparkling things. Don't think so. Not seeing anything sparkling. Okay, I hope we'll ally with Esfrost.
It is time to cast our votes. Do we join forces with the army of Esfrost, or do we choose to side with Hyzant? Approach the scales of conviction with your token at the ready.
I stand with you, my lord.
Nice.
I wholeheartedly agree.
Nice.
I have no qualms with that.
Nice. You have changed my mind, Lord Cernoa. So it's on the Erador.
You won me over.
You have my vote, lad. Nice.
The scales of conviction will illuminate the path we've chosen.
Nice.
The way forward is decided. We ally with the Grand Duchy of Esfrost and decimate the Hyzantian forces. The road forward is decided. We shall join forces with Esfrost to crush the Hyzantian army.
I shall send word at once to begin planning our strategy.
I'll tell the guards to shut the gates and tighten their patrols.
Thank you. Then let us attend to our duties.
Okay, weather storm completed. Okay, that's it. Go back for part 2.